everybody. Welcome to Storytime. My name is Miss Sarah. I'm really happy that you're here today. So some of you might have seen the Storytime on Monday when we told the story of the three little pigs. Well, today we're going to sing some songs and I'm going to read you a story about a different version of the three little pigs. This one is from the wolf's perspective. So he's telling the story of what really happened. I think you're going to like it. Before we get started on that, I thought it might be fun to have a little game where we go and search for my kitty cat, Sugar Bear. Some of you might have seen him in a picture with me. He's gray and white and he's sweet as can be. He likes to hide sometimes and you never know where he's going to end up. So before we do every story time, we're going to go on a hunt for Sugar Bear. Are you ready? Okay, let's go see where is Sugar Bear. Is he in the box? No. Is he in the egg carton? No. Is he taking a bath? Yes, he is. Cleaning his tail. You found Sugar Bear. He was licking his tail, giving himself a bath. Oh, that cat. All right. Well, after we find Sugar Bear, we're going to sing our hello song. And in this song, it's called Bread and Butter. And we're going to say hello lots of different ways. All right? So we're going to clap, pat while we say it. And then hello, we're going to start with hi. So can you say hello in a squeaky high voice like this? Hello! Good job. That's the first one we're going to do. Okay? It goes like this. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can. Hello! I was so squeaky. You sound like little mice. Okay, the opposite of high is low. So you ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello. Oh, did you do that in your big daddy voice? Good job. All right, next we're going to do fast and slow. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello. That was so fast. Did you beat me? Let's try it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello. Oh, you guys are fast. All right, next we're going to do slow. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slowly as we can. Hello. Whew, Miss Sarah ran out of breath. That was so slow. Goodness gracious. Okay, next we're going to do loud and quietly. Here we go. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loudly as we can. Hello! Oh my goodness, I think I heard you from my house. That was so loud. Okay, let's do quietly. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quietly as we can. Oh, you were so quiet, I could barely even hear you. Wow, that was quiet. So we'll do that every time we start story time, so you'll get good at it. Okay? All right. So our first rhyme is called This Little Piggy, and you might remember it from when you were itty bitty. So we're going to get our 5 little piggies out. You can use your finger piggies, or you can use your toe piggies if you want, or somebody else's toe piggies. I want to see, if you're a big kid, I want to see if you can wiggle your piggies. Can you wiggle all 5 of them? Good. Some of you might want to touch your piggies when we say this. But if you're a big kid, try and wiggle each piggy, okay? It goes like this. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy cried, wee, all the way home. And you can give yourself tickles or a big hug or somebody else some tickles maybe. All right, let's try it again. You ready? Get your piggies ready. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy cried, wee, all the way home. Good job. Oh, so our next song is also about a pig. And this pig is working with some hammers, and it's building his house. Does that sound familiar? Remember in the 3 Little Pigs where they built their houses? Well, we're going to sing a song about one of the pigs who is using 5 hammers. Can you imagine that? 5 hammers? So, can you get your hammer going with one arm? Good. Okay, what about 2 hammers at the same time? That's pretty easy, right? What about 3 hammers? How are we going to do that? How about, let's use our legs. Okay, we'll have to stand up for this one. So stand up. Okay, you got 1, 2 hammers going. Now let's get our 3rd hammer. Whoa, 3 hammers? What about 4 hammers? We'll have to use both arms and both legs. Can you do that? 4 hammers. Oh, whoa, good job. What if we have 5 hammers? What is the 5th hammer gonna be? We could use our head like this. Can you do all of that at the same time? Let's try. All of your hammers. Whoa, that's making me tired. Okay, so the song goes like this. Piggy works with 1 hammer, 1 hammer, 1 hammer. Piggy works with 1 hammer, then he works with 2. Good, get your 2 hammers. Piggy works with 2 hammers, 2 hammers, 2 hammers. Piggy works with 2 hammers, then he works with 3. That's right, here we go. Piggy works with 3 hammers, 3 hammers, 3 hammers. Piggy works with 3 hammers, then he works with 4. Here we go, oh my goodness. Piggy works with 4 hammers, 4 hammers, 4 hammers. Piggy works with 4 hammers, then he works with how many? 5. Here we go, do all 5. Piggy works with 5 hammers, 5 hammers, 5 hammers. Piggy works with 5 hammers, then he goes to sleep. Whew. That made Miss Sarah tired, and I think Piggy was very tired as well. Are you tired? You're not tired from doing that? Wow, that's a lot of energy. That was a lot of building, wasn't it? Well, on Monday, I told you the regular story of the 3 Little Pigs that most people know. Today, I'm going to read you the story of the true story of the 3 Little Pigs. and it's told by a wolf. So here's the wolf in the story, and he's going to tell you a different version of what happened. This is by John Zekia. All right, let's see what happens in the true story of the Three Little Pigs. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf, but you can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. Look at his big cheeseburger. This does not look like a cheeseburger Miss Sarah would eat. I see bunny ears, a little rat tail. Ew. But I think Wolf would like it. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. A sneeze and a cup of sugar. Let's see what happened. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. See him making his cake? Look at all this stuff that's going into his birthday cake for his granny. That's not a cake I would eat, but I guess the wolves like it. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw? Do you remember in our Three Little Pigs story? The first little pig? That's his house made of straw. Remember, the straw is very light and blow over very easily. Do you think the same thing's gonna happen? Let's see. So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in?" No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when I felt my nose start to itch. It was a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed. What's he gonna do? And I sneezed a great sneeze. Achoo! Whoa, look what happened to the house. It fell down, didn't it? Just like our other story. Can you see the little pig? There he is. Oh no. It says, and you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been there the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner just laying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. So he ate that pig, didn't he? Oh, you remember what house came second? That's right, the house made of sticks. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks. Remember, the sticks blew over too, didn't they, in the other story? I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in?" He yelled back, "Go away, wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin." That was kind of rude. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Do you see what he's doing to the house? Mm-hmm. He said, I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. Achoo! And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down too, just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know food will spoil when you leave it out in the open, so I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake, so I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. Now, you remember our other story of the three little pigs? Did the brick house fall down? No, it didn't, did it? I wonder what will happen in this story. I knocked on the brick door. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker replied? Get out of here, wolf. Don't bother me again. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't even give me one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. Achoo! Then the third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit on a pin. Look at that face. He is not a nice pig, is he? Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when someone talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down this pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and just making a real scene. See how it looks like he's trying to blow his house down? But in this story, he's not trying. He's just got a lot of sneezes. The rest, they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting, so they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down stuff. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was framed. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar? Look what happened to him. He had to go to jail, didn't he? Poor wolf. He just wanted to make a cake for his granny. He wasn't trying to be mean. Do you think that was the real story? I don't know. It could be either one. What do you think? I like that story. I think it's kind of funny. Okay. Well, I think we need to get a few wiggles out. Yeah? All right. Can you show me how you can wiggle everything? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Ooh, that's a lot of wiggles. Wow. All right, so we're going to wiggle and stop. And when we stop, we're going to make the sign language sign for stop. So hold out one of your hands and use your other hand and kind of do a chop. That's stop. Okay, let's practice. Ready? Wiggle, 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 and stop. Oh, I think you're ready. All right, here we go. We wiggle and stop. We wiggle and stop. We wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and stop. Oh, good job. Okay, what about nod? Like, remember when we did the hammers? You nodded your head? Let's do that. We nod and we nod and we stop. We nod and we nod and we stop. We nod and 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 we stop. Whew, that one always makes Miss Sarah so dizzy. Okay, let's try clap. We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and 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 we stop. Good job. What about pat? Can you pat your head? Oh yeah, let's do that. We pat and we stop. We pat and we pat and we stop. We pat and 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 we stop. Good job, you guys. You could also try it at your house, and you could do jumping, running if it's allowed in your house or outside. You could do twirling. I mean, you could do all kinds of things and practice the song. It's a fun one to sing. All right, good job, you guys. So next, we're going to hear a rhyme about Flip Flap Jack. So our next rhyme is a clapping rhyme called Flip Flap Jack, and it's about a man who is made of food. This might make you a little hungry. So we're gonna clap, pat, and then when we say his name, we're gonna go like this. Flip Flap Jack. Can you do that? Flip Flap Jack. Good. Okay, it starts off like this. There once was a man who was made of food. Made of food, made of food. There once was a man who was made of food, and his name was Flip Flap Jack. Okay, you want to know his head was made of? It was my favorite food for breakfast. A pancake. I love pancakes. Okay, so now let's clap it. His head was a pancake. A pancake, a pancake. His head was a pancake, and his name was Flip Flap Jack. Okay, you ready to know what his body was made of? It was a waffle. Yum. There we go. Let's get it to stick. Okay, here we go. His body was a waffle. A waffle? A waffle. His body was a waffle, and his name was Flip Flap Jack. Okay, the last body part we're doing today are his legs. Can you guess what his legs were made of? Something else people eat for breakfast. Super yummy. It is bacon. So let's put his legs up here. Oh no. Hopefully he'll stick. Okay, you ready? His legs were made of bacon. Of bacon, of bacon. His legs were made of bacon, and his name was Flip Flap Jack. Good job. So each week that you come to story time, we're going to add another body part to Flip Flap Jack. Okay? So come back next week and see which thing we add to him. He's missing a lot of parts. He doesn't have a face yet or any arms. I wonder what it'll be. Stay tuned. I hope you guys have enjoyed our story time this week. If you want to read some other books that are twisted versions of the Three Little Pigs, you could try the Three Little Fish and the Big Bad Shark. So it's kind of the same idea, just different types of characters. And there's another one called The Three Little Aliens and the Big Bad Robot that takes place in outer space. So check those out if you want to read a little bit more of kind of the Three Little Pigs type story. All right, it's time for story time to be over, so we're going to sing our goodbye song, which is called The More We Get Together. And it has some sign language signs with it. So when we say more, we're going to put our hands together like this. And this is like you're saying more. you're saying it with your hands instead of your voice. Isn't that cool? And then when we do together, put 2 thumbs up, your hands together, and then make a big circle with your arms like you're stirring a pot. Together. And then for happy, you kind of look like you're brushing crumbs off your shirt and you have a big smile on your face, and this means happy. And then for friends, you make 2 hooks and you hook them together, back and forth, kind of like friends giving each other a hug. Friends. Good. Okay, let's put them all together and let's sing our goodbye song. You ready? The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Good job, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time at Storytime this week. Join us next Monday on Zoom. You need to register for that, so make sure you go onto our calendar and register so you can get the link to the Zoom session, and we will be having a live story time at 10:30 on Monday, and we'll be doing another different fairy tale. I think you guys will love it. I will see you next time. Bye.